Now, what's up, guys? I'm going to go over the first 20 questions here of this final exam review. Number one, in 2.3 hours, Jack Sparrow traveled 7.2 miles. How long would it take him to travel 24 miles? So you're going to make a ratio here. We're going to do 2.3 hours on top, and he went 7.2 miles. So I have hours on top and miles on the bottom. And then over here, how long would it take him to travel 24 miles? So I have 24, I have the miles on the bottom. So it would be X, because I don't know how long it's going to take, over 24 miles. Right, cross multiply and divide, right? Multiply those two and divide by that. Usually I'd use my calculator, but it doesn't have battery, so oh well. Let's do it here. 2.3 24 times 2.3 was that, then we'll divide that answer by 7.2, 7.66. 7.67. Number two. Given a country club new membership during the summer months were June, so June had 18. July had 78. And August had 63 members. If no one else joins during the summer, what is the least amount of people that can join this country club? Well, if no one else joins, just add them together. Add 18, 78, and 63. So plus, add them all. And that's the answer. 18 plus 78 plus 63. It's 159. Number three. Given a set of numbers 12, 18, 10, 8, 20, 11, and 4, what is the range? Range means not the highest, it's the largest number minus the lowest number. Or the smallest number, I should say. That is the range. So then the largest number here would be 20. The smallest number would be 4. So then 20 minus 4. That gives us 16. Number 4. Given y equals x minus 1 squared plus 3, what is the y-intercept? In the y-intercept, x equals 0. So everywhere you see x, put 0. That's 0. So in the calculator, I'm going to put 0 minus 1 squared plus 3. Right, so let's put that in the calculator. 0 minus 1 squared, and then plus 3. So that's just 4. Right there, letter D. Number 5. Solve for x. Give the exact number only. So there's no multiple choice here. Just give the number. Is it 5, 11, whatever it is, right? So 5x plus 2y minus 4 minus 2y plus 5 equals 18 plus 2x. Now remember, right here, there's a negative 1 right there. So multiply it in. Don't bring everything down. So this is 5x plus 2y minus 4. And now I'm going to multiply. Negative 1 times 2, negative 1 times 2y, that's negative 2y. And then negative 1 times 5, that is a negative 5. And then everything else stays the same. Equals 18 plus 2x. If you notice here, positive 2y minus 2y, they cancel. And then I can combine some like terms. We have negative 4 and a negative 5. That makes negative 9. So we have 5x with a minus 9 equals 18 plus 2x. Numbers go with numbers, letters go with letters, right? So I want to subtract 2x from both sides. Those cancel. Since I moved the x's to the left, I want to move my numbers to the right. So plus 9. 5 minus 2 gives me 3x. And then 18 plus 9 is 27. Divide by 3, right? So we have 3x equals 27. Divide them both by 3, and you get that x is equal to 9. So my answer, I'm just going to put 9 here. Just put 9. Number 6. If 5p plus 1 equals 12, then what is 5p? Well, okay. Subtract the 1, because numbers go with numbers, letters go with letters, right? Twelve minus 11, and 12 minus 1 is 11. Now I could stop. Why? Because it's asking me what is 5p. 5p, well, it's 11. So that's A. But how are you supposed to do this if you don't get lucky like that? Okay, let's figure it out. What you're supposed to do here is keep on dividing. Right, divide by 5. Cancel, divide by 5. So this tells us that p is 11 over 5. Right, now that answer is there for us to get it wrong, to choose, right? But you're not supposed to do that. You're going to multiply 5 times p. Because you want to know what is 5p. So 5p. So you plug in that number in for p right there. So 5 times 11 over 5. You put that in the calculator. (5) 11 divided by 5. And that's how they get 11. Okay, that's how you do this question if it's not the same one on your test. That's why the answer is A. Again, so that's how you do this question here, right? Number 7. If the average of 4 numbers is 12 and one of these numbers is 5, what is the sum of the other 3 numbers? A lot of ways to do this question, guys, a lot. Let's figure it out. Let me see. If the average of 4 numbers is 12 and one of these numbers is 5, what is the sum of the other 3 numbers? I'll just do it like this. I showed it to you before. If the average of 4 numbers, what does that mean? That means you have A plus B plus C plus D. Divide that by 4. That equals 12. Why? Because that's exactly what this means. The average of 4 numbers is 12. This is the formula how to find the average. You add 4 numbers, divide by 4, you get 12. That's what it means to find the average, right? And it says here that one of the numbers is 5. So one of these numbers is 5. Okay. Now I'll start solving this. I'm going to times 4 to both sides. I want to cancel the 4s. Right? So then what we have left over, we have 5 plus B plus C plus D equals 12 times 4, and 12 times 4 is 48. Right? And now I'm going to subtract the 5. And we have that B plus C plus D equals 48 minus 5 is 43. So it says, what is the sum of the 3 numbers right here? Here's 3 numbers. B is number 1, C is number 2, and D is number 3. Those are my 3 numbers already. The sum of those numbers is 43. Again, that's just one way to do this. There's other ways to do this. Probably easier ways if you think about this logically, but hey, whatever gets the answer right. Number 8. If you can buy a pencil for 35 cents and a ruler for 10 cents, which expression is equivalent? Well, let's see. 1 plus 35 that doesn't mean nothing. I mean, where do they get the 1 from, right? That's just wrong. Letter B. Letter B says 35p plus 10r, which we're tempted to choose. Right? Because it says here 35 cents for a pencil and 10 cents for a ruler. So that's a maybe. The next one over here, if I were to multiply this in right here, 7 times 5, that's 35p. Which is what I want, right? 35 cents for a pencil. But then if I do 7 times r, that gives me 7r. But a ruler doesn't cost 7 cents. A ruler costs 10 cents. So over here, 5 times 7 is 35p. And 5 times 2 is 10, so plus 10r. You notice these two are exactly the same answer. 35p plus 10r. So both of these will work just fine. Or either one, right? Number 9. Which expression below is x equals 7 a solution for? So everywhere you see an x, plug in 7. So put 7 right there. Put 7 right there. Put 7 right there. And put 7 right there. So you're trying to see which one works. I'll do letter A, and I'll just go in order, right? So here's letter A. So the square root of 3 times 7 plus 4, get out of there, equals, oh, that's it. Does it equal 5? Yes, it does. There you go. The answer is A. Let's see why C is wrong, right? If I plug in C, why is C wrong? If I did 2 times 7 and then do plus 12, I get 26. This is what you're telling me I should have got 10. You get me? Stuff like that. That's why it's wrong. Number 10. Given the area of a square is 25, how do you find the length of one side? I'm going to try to draw a square. That's a rectangle. There you go. So the area is 25. How do you figure out just one of these sides here? If you're looking for what number times itself gives me 25, and when you're figuring out what number times itself gives you something, you take the square root of that number. Each of these is this number. Each of these. Okay, that's how you figure out what it is. Yeah, the answer is 5, but it's not asking you, it's asking you how you figure it out. Number 11, solve x squared minus x minus 12. This would be just to make a table. And to factor. Right, this is negative 12, this is negative 1. Now, if this already confuses you, if you know how to do it, then just do it this way. If that confuses you, use a shortcut method. Which I would do this on number 11, make a note, and do this on your test as well. I'm going to go to graph. I'm going to type in x squared minus x minus 12. Wherever it crosses the x-axis, that is the answer. So menu, is it trace? Yeah, graph, trace now, just analyze the graph. I want to figure out where the zeros are at. This is 0 right here, negative 3 is 0. And then analyze the graph, 0 from here to here. Right, that's one way to do it. How else could you do this if you don't feel like doing that? You could just do menu, tables, split table, and you're looking for this one to be 0. So 4, right? So 4 is an answer because that's 0. So 4 is one answer. And then just keep on looking. Where's the other one? Oh, right there. So it's negative 3 and 0. So negative 3 and 4. If that doesn't work for you, so then we know the answer is letter D. Then you can just plug in the answers here. So like you could type in negative 3 squared minus negative 3 minus 12. And that gives you 0. That's the answer. Again, you can do it like that if you want to, but it's up to you. Either way works, right? Number 12. Find the equation that matches this graph. Well, I'm just going to graph them all. Let me see which one matches the graph. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go super hard on this question. I'm just going to use a calculator. So this first one here says x squared plus 6. Get down plus. Nope, that doesn't look like it at all. So we go to the next one now. Tab up. This one says x squared minus 6. No. So B is wrong. A is wrong. Letter C. Parentheses x plus 6 squared. Well, I'll just put it right there. There you go. So the answer is C. Number 13, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to graph it. I'm trying to find this graph here. So letter A. Letter A says x squared. Get down minus 1. Oh, no. That doesn't look the same at all. So A is wrong. Now go letter B. Negative x squared. There we go. That matches right there. It's a 0, 0. This is also a 0, 0. So letter B. Number 14. What is the equation of this graph? Again, I gotta graph all of these, see which one matches. I'll just start letter A. So now we're wondering, how do you get these little lines on the calculator, right? You go to, where is it? Here's a little book. See right here, the little book. Hard to see, but right here is a little book symbol. Click on the book, and it'll give you those lines. So again, I'm gonna click on that book, and I want abs, ABS, abs. That makes it little lines. So x plus 2, close it, and then minus 2. Oh no, this one's over here in the corner. In the fourth quadrant, this is in the third quadrant, so that doesn't work. So tab up. So A is wrong. Now letter B. This is x minus 2 minus 2. Oh, there you go. That looks just like it. So letter B is right. One more with the calculator to help us. So I'm going to do letter A first. Parentheses x plus 2 squared, and then minus 3. It looks like it, right? But this one's a U, and we have a V. So then A is wrong. I don't need a U, I want a V. So then tab up. Letter B. Letter B has those little symbols, right? So go back to the book. Click on the abs. X minus 2. Close it, and then it's minus 3. Nope, it's in the wrong section. It needs to be over here. So letter B is wrong. Tab up. Come in. Click the book, go to abs, and then I want x plus 2, and then it's minus 3. That looks like it could be it. Yep, that one's it, right there. Number 16. A 12-ounce bottle of shampoo lasts Enrique 16 weeks. How long would you expect an 18-ounce bottle to last him? Okay. So we have a 12-ounce bottle. That lasts him 16 weeks. We want to know an 18-ounce bottle. So where does 18 ounces go? Ounces go on top. And it is x, right? So we're going to cross multiply and divide. You're going to multiply these two numbers, multiply, and then you're going to divide by 12. So this is the multiply, and then this is the divide. So multiply 18 times 16, and then divide that by 12. I want a calculator screen. 18 times 16, and then divide that by 12. There you go, 24 weeks. Be careful because they have 24 here also, right? But they're not talking about the bottle of shampoo. They're talking about how long would it last them, right? And that's not going to be ounces. It'll be weeks. 17. Danielle used 8 centimeters of tape to wrap 4 presents. So 8 centimeters to wrap 4 presents. How much can she wrap if she had 30 centimeters of tape? How many presents? That's x. Cross multiply and divide. Multiply those two. And then divide by the 8. So 30 times 4 divided by 8. 30 times 4, and then divide that by 8. 15. Number 18 here. Find the inverse. To find the inverse, step 1. Is to switch the x and y. So this y and this x are going to switch. So that means we're going to have x is equal to the square root of 5y. Step 2, solve for y. Now I want to get the y by itself, right? But I can't because the square root's in the way. So how do you get rid of the square root? You put a little 2 on top, you square it. If you square the right side, you gotta square the left side. Now remember, what does that little 2 do? Like, what does this 2 do to this? They cancel. This 2 cancels that. Again, what does the 2 do? This 2 cancels that sign. Okay, that's what happens. So this is x squared equals 5y. You want to get the y by itself, so divide by 5. So that's our answer. Let's go find it. That would be this one here. So I know it says x squared over 5. Well, why is there a 1 there? Because there's a 1 in front here. Right, and they should roll it separately. Same thing. Number 19. This is not negative because it's not going down. That's not positive because the dots are not going up. That would be no association. And then number 20. All of these dots look like they are generally going up, right? So that would be a positive. So answer here is C. Or positive. That doesn't mean it's C, but it's positive. Alright, and that's half the review, guys. I'll do the other half another day.